Gonna try to give a little update here. It's August 18th, 2022. Let's take a quick look at my hair and then I'll explain why this is kind of a belated update and what else I've been doing. So here is my right side. Here is the left side. There's one spot in the back. There's like this little circle I'm gonna try to show you, but otherwise it's looking pretty good. Pretty amazing actually. Hopefully I'm getting that. Let me do it here so you can see me a little better. Yeah, hopefully I'm getting that. Okay, now I'm gonna try to go over the top and I'll talk about that in just a second. Down here. So this area where I last got transplanted, the 520 grafts, this is still pretty thin, and that's only been about 2 months. Right here, and this kind of hairline here. So once this grows out, it's still kind of pointy, but it's not bad. I definitely feel and look like I have hair, so pretty cool. So I have a couple other clips after this too that I'll include. But for the past, I guess, couple months, I've been working on a book. I'm not quite sure what I'm gonna call it yet, but it's like a memoir. It's about the first 20 years of my life. It's not really about hair loss. I do talk about hair loss, but that's not the theme of the book. It's kind of overcoming trauma and mental illness. That's still, I have to do quite a bit of editing on it, but I have actually finished it, and I'm working on my second draft. Hopefully at some point I'll sell it on Amazon and I'll tell you about it. I don't know where that's gonna go, but my original motivation for it was just I was having all this like anxiety and trauma and problems, and it's kind of hard to figure out why. I mean, some of it was money and things in my past life. So I wrote this book to deal with that and understand it and kind of psychoanalyze myself. And actually it was very helpful. It was much more helpful than I even expected. So if anything, at least I got that out of it. But I'll tell you more about that as it reaches publication. But yeah, so that's my hair update for now. I always would like a couple touch-ups here and there, but I'm pretty happy, and I'm just waiting for this to grow in. I should also mention the book is a major theme is my head injury. I got shot in the head. I'm missing 25% of my brain. So what it's been like living with brain damage through my life, and that has instigated some of the other situations that have happened in the book and stories with my friend. I had friends who literally went insane and OD from drugs and some other unfortunate things. So there's happiness and sadness, normal life, maybe not so normal, but I just wanted to say that is another theme of the book. And it's some of the things I touched upon in my first video on this channel. So anyway, I'll tell you more about that later. Today is July 9th. It's been about 4 days. I don't want to take my hat off because I don't want to damage those precious grafts. But yeah, I had considered living here. This is a nice town. Pattaya is more lively and this is a little bit more sleepy, but maybe better to actually live here. Where are our coconuts? I'm trapped inside a Family Mart. This tropical rainstorm. I'm not alone. I did purchase that coffee. Noy having her usual potato chips. Yeah, healthy diet of potato chips. This is Thailand living. A favorite of mine, Masi Ruan, here in Pattaya with Noy. Took the hat off. This looks kind of funny. All dyed, and I just don't think I'm one of those guys who looks that great head shaved. So even that little bit of shadow helps. Yeah, I don't know. Not much more to say about it. One thing I did notice is I don't know if I'm very susceptible to I was gonna say culture shock, but shock loss. I guess I'm susceptible to both of those. But yeah, this is looking thin. It's like every time I get a hair transplant, I notice another spot. But I think that might be shock loss. They might have put some injections there, because that's happened to me a few times where I get a little lotion go here, but I get the hair transplant and then some like patch of hair falls out. So I guess I'll know in a few months, but I really hope I don't need another little touch-up area, because that's another one that would probably call for a head donor hair. I'm gonna have to watch that, but yeah, that looks a little thin. I don't remember noticing that before, so I don't know, maybe it'll grow in and I won't care again, but if it ain't one thing, it's another. Still have some scabs on my head. And at an early stage of my life, I would be embarrassed by that, but I'm at the stage where I don't care that much. The sun is not out, so I don't have to worry about damaging the grafts. I'm Krik Rongrua. I believe, and also with Noy's help, that means get on the boat. I guess this is back in the day food they served you on boats. There's quite a few dishes in Thailand that have boats in the name because they used to have these boat markets. And there's a type of noodles, so goi dio rua, that they would have. Rua means boat in Thai, and they would only have this style of noodles on boats. Now there's restaurants and all these kind of kiosks and stuff. They specialize in that. That is an etymological origin. Now, one thing I don't like about Thailand, and there's not many, they don't seem to understand the concept of napkins. They'll always give you this kind of like toilet paper type of, unless it's like an American restaurant, unless it's like Subway or McDonald's, then they'll give you a napkin. But almost every Thai restaurant, fancy or not, it's toilet paper for napkins, not what Americans know as napkins. You like these? You like these napkins? Yeah. Time. This guy has a real delicacy selling insects. That actually is something they enjoy. I've not partaken in that yet. Yep. Fun. You can see up there in the distance, that's called Walking Street. That used to be the center point of the nightlife in Pattaya, but now it's migrated. What's going on back here is Beach Road, but they're trying to revive it, so I'm gonna take a look. Cannabis recently became legal to some degree in Thailand. I've smoked pot a couple times, but I'm just not a big fan or user of it. But I'm very suspicious of the quality and the amount of THC that's actually in this. Yeah, it's come back a little, but this is very sleepy compared to what it used to be. And I have lost my wife. Well, guess I'll just have to be by myself. Yeah, this just hasn't made it back. It used to be like that street, Bangla Road in Phuket. That also is not what it used to be. But that also is not what it used to be, but it never went down all the way. It kind of retained some of it. But yeah, this used to be jam-packed and flashing lights and dancing girls. So hopefully it comes back to what it was. Good for business. It's interesting, I'm here with the wind blowing through my hair, and obviously right now I don't have any hair, but I can remember when I was losing it, and I would just try to paste it across my forehead, and I'd get so nervous if like it would even blow an inch. I'm like, oh, they can see my temples are receding. It's a very liberating feeling to not care about that kind of crap anymore. The old Noy waiting for her, I don't know what she's waiting for, some kind of tasty meatball with sauce.